I don't really think anything's changed with Shane, and I'm not shocked that people are still talking about him in 2025. But yes, that is finally the ending of this video. I didn't expect it to go on this long, honestly. I thought this was going to be a shorter one, but here we are. I'm very, very sweaty, so I'm going to cut this short and say thank you for watching. Please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below. I would genuinely love to get a conversation going surrounding everything. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, people. Have a good
Time
day.
it is late to charge.
Test rep is a scam. I only made $81. Okay? You said it's a scam, but you made $81. Does that make sense to you? Especially if you're admitting you made money?
I understand now. You're well of pride. Not anything now. Yourself inside. And live for what you like for.
Conversation, and then later on, we're actually in 16. Now, yes, this not absolutely sets up this video for failure, because as we now know, individual entrepreneurs will individually speak about having their equity bio on Instagram, but also, even if James didn't necessarily know their age, somebody could tell us the reasons why it's
You! Go away. Please. Go away, please. I'll go do it in a bit. Give it away. Hello. Sorry, my brother came into my room.
James says that yes, these allegations are so. Then goes on to speak about what reaction to those allegations, and that reaction was, oh, I wanted to get on camera, download receipts, and place it in this these things. But he basically says that that wouldn't be the right thing to do. Later on, when I saw them making videos about it and those videos went viral, my immediate reaction, completely honestly, was to be really, really upset. I wanted to get on camera and film another No More Lies video where I gathered all the receipts and all my screenshots and try to tell my side of the story and then just move on from the situation. And now, looking back, that was so stupid because as I did research on these topics and self-reflected, I realized that the receipts and the screenshots and the specific details of the interaction really don't matter because and I need to take accountability for my actions and most importantly, apologize for what I'm doing right now. Now, in 2021, this was a very infamously individual politics. James tells me that
Please don't make me do this! Don't make me do this!
Justice for James. That video was absolutely slammed on everybody involved in that situation. And in my opinion, the No More Lies video is a clear representation of the fact that if you have the receipts, if you have the facts, the internet will be willing to listen to you, and they will support you, no matter what the original situation was. This has happened multiple times on social media at this point, where somebody is accused of something heinous, and they just now response. Receipts that he had in 2019. He did not have the evidence he required to rebuild his reputation and get everybody back on his side. And in my opinion, the reason they didn't have that evidence is because it never existed. In my opinion, James was guilty. Yes, there were false allegations out there, and that should not be dismissed. False allegations are never going to
Become a meteor. The candle become a blaze. The man become a monster. When the rabbit become a tidal wave. The reason become the blame. The man become a monster. When the comets become a meteor. Forgive me. Forgive me.
And he tries to argue his responses.
I'm stuck now. I'm going to be right back. I have to go do something.
There's no excuse for that. But he does nothing but make excuses. And as you're going to discover, Rose will illustrate will only continue. And that is a reason for this. Because he will say, I'm going to make an excuse. And that will put this all into his brain.
Problems not the distance for life and misery. And then they cause headaches. Big mouths to feed, and we run out of supplies to eat, cause the more of them starts to bleed. 600 reasons to take what we can. So Captain, what's the plan? Captain, what's the plan? Watch where the birds fly. Lead us to land. There was more food, my second in command. Now full speed ahead. There is a distance, I see an island, I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe there are people lighting a fire, maybe the shares of food, who knows? Something feels awkward, I see fire but there's no smoke. I say we strike first, we don't have time to waste, so let's break the place down. Pull this music up, moving up the right, doing down the head. We should try to find a way, no one ends up dead. We don't know what's ahead. Give me till sunrise, and if we don't return, then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead. We're all back away we go. We're all back away we go. Full speed ahead. You like my tell you're getting nervous. Do yourself a service. Try to relax my brain. Find voice. All that we have been through. The survival we get into. I know that you're tired of the war of bloodshed. Tell me this how it's supposed to live. Look at how you kept your sword and now said, why did we take what we could give? You can show good and that you trust them. When you stop and lower your guard, can we have a chance to start with judgment? Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you that this life is amazing. When you're free and with open arms, whatever we face, we'll be fighting for leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world inside us on. turn this place into blazes. See, this life is amazing when we breathe with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we lead it from the heart. No matter what place, we can light up the world. It's not a start. Breathe the world with open arms. Breathe the world with open arms. My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree. But look at the way this room is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It's only you want to know it's just what kind of days. It's the loneliness that controls your mind and never lets you breathe. That's what we get with open arms. Love is here, and like to show my perfect kindness is brave. But you tell me where there's other food to eat. A cave, this thing there's a cave where we could think. And where do we fail to find this food they'll deep? Thank you. This life is amazing when you breathe with open arms. I see your face with so much feeling inside your heart. So whatever place, we can light up the world. It's how it starts. Treat the world with open arms. 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 Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you. I see you changing from how I designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. God is of wisdom, master of war. My life has only come. Breathe the greatest wonder. I had a talent, a test of skill, a plan before only the best could kill. One day a boy came, for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the boy who let's go! Maybe one day you'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know can change the world. That he's a warrior of one life. Maybe one day I'll reach him and he can build his skills as I teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He's a warrior of one life. Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you. How can you see through my spell? I was blind, and you felt my love. Well done, enlighten me what's your name. You first, and maybe I'll do the same. Nice try for two who can play this game. Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are a phenom. Badass arena. Unmatched and queen of the best strategies we've seen. You're looking for the mentor. I'll make sure your time's well spent. Sounds like a plan. Goddess in bed. Rest of the let's see where they go. Maybe one day you'll follow me and we'll make a greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world. 'Cause we are the warriors of the light. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the light. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior. There's been a misunderstanding. We never came here to steal. Now that I see we've done some damage, maybe you and I can make a deal. I'll give your finest treasure, so long as we leave alive. You can keep the world's best tasting wine. Have a drink, one sip and you'll understand the power that's in your hands. A wine so fresh, anyone see you.
Response video, like how is your love language?
Yeah, I'm off to work today, so I decided to go live.
I have the mentality of a 40-year-old. So for me, like, I'm much more mentally and emotionally mature than a lot of people.
I was away
I'm
from
not physically
my
attracted to
thing. I had to go do
which
something.
sucks. Like, I would date,
But
like,
I am
the
back.
absolute youngest, like 18, 19 that looks a little bit older, or like 24 that like has a young personality. This is a better example than just dinner. Like I've talked to guys who live in different states and stuff, and I'm like, hey, like why don't you come visit? Like, well, I can't afford a plane ticket. And it's like, okay, well, I can. So like, get on the plane. Like, well, I just don't really feel comfortable with that. But like, I love you and I really want to be together. And I'm like, well, we can't be together because you can't afford a plane ticket. You're probably still in either high school or college, like a senior in high school or in college.
Oh, that is a bit weird. Now I know the main argument in response to that clip some people will make is, okay, it was just a slip of the tongue, but given all of the context that we have gone through so far in this video, I don't really know if it was. But yes, clips like this did not help James's case with him being kicked off shows that he was hosting, and also James's YouTube channel was fully demonetized. And it just felt that at that moment in time, in 2021, James Charles' career was pretty much over.
So I fleet way at the beach. Together the fiddler good is dead. Head is who we're fighting. Hello.
Nice and cushy for James Charles. He has a big fan base once again, and he has a lot
So-
of successful businesses. And I think James got to that point from moving on after this response video and changing the trajectory of where
Real life's at stake. It's just one life to break. The journey's over.
yes, whilst he did just
Moving on and now is not allowed.
things here and there, change a bit of the story here and there. But another thing to note is, despite how terribly this apology went down in 2021, it's now in hindsight very clear that James had the arguments he wanted to run with for the rest of his life, and he wanted to repeat those arguments consistently whenever he spoke about a situation again in the future, because the more he says that, the more people might be convinced about it, the more people might forget about the original situation. It's deliberate, and yes, whilst this apology did not go down well, it definitely did work in a weird sense for James, because now he has used these same arguments in later years, and that does seem to have swayed quite a lot of people out there. And that does move into 2023, of where James's rebrand really started to kick into effect. So yes, 2023, the year when things start to get a little bit better for James Charles. For example, James's TikTok was doing extremely well at the time. He was gaining millions of views per video, some even getting tens of millions. And it did just seem, based on the comment sections, that James was gaining more and more fans over there who were really taking to him. And I think it was really clear that at this point of 2023, James had definitely either fired and hired a new PR team, or just in general hired a PR team, who said to him, the best possible move that James can take from going from 2021 onwards into the future is to keep his head down, keep quiet, make content, and just build a big echo chamber of people who have either forgotten about 2021 because they really weren't engaged in that sphere back then, or they are younger individuals who have no idea about any of the drama, and that was working for James. But there is still a problem. outside of James's echo chamber still believed that James was bad news. And this is obviously a bit of a problem, because it's all well and good having a big social media platform and gaining new fans, but if you then can't expand out of your echo chamber, that limits the amount of money you can make. So in 2023,
Yes.
in my opinion, James really started to step up the whole rebrand.
I don't
and that
know.
had to
That's still home,
Echo
Corey.
Chamber, where he was desperately
Can you
trying
just
to
leave?
convince the people who didn't like him that he had actually not done something that's terrible. And the main reason for that being, in early 2023, James Charles announced his new makeup brand, Painted, and obviously he wanted to sell this product as much as possible. And to do that, he needed to go outside of his echo chamber.
Only in there I took him out.
Just in general, change the public perception of himself even further. And to do that, James's PR team clearly thought the best method would be to go to the traditional media, which he did. As you can see here, with James Charles would like to be uncancelled. And this was a headline from a major news outlet which pretty much created sparks around social media at the time of 2023. It wasn't the most spoken about topic, but people were definitely not happy with this article. And the main reason being the headline. James Charles would like to be uncancelled, please. What does that even mean? James Charles was not cancelled. He was held accountable for his own actions. He literally titled his video that in 2021. And also, James still lives in a mansion. James still is a millionaire. James still has a YouTube platform. He has a TikTok platform with millions of followers. He has an Instagram account with millions of followers. And as we have seen, all of those social media platforms at that point of time were doing very well. James Charles at this point of time was definitely not cancelled. But actually getting into the article, it starts off with speaking about how it's been 2 years since the allegations hit James Charles and how the allegations sent the superstar YouTuber into influencer purgatory. And this just isn't true. Whether it was 2023, 2022 or 2021, James was not sent into a purgatory in regards to the internet's fame. Yes, his views definitely went down. The guy was still getting millions and millions of views every single month. He's still
No!
incredibly successful to the point
Corey,
where his son
I talked about it in the bathroom. I am live. Can you go away? We'll just pay for a new one.
It's clear.
We already figured this out.
Finances in his bank, it's clear he was still making a lot of money at that point in time. So no, I wouldn't really say that he was in purgatory. I would just say he lost a big section of his audience and support from the online community because, well, he admitted this. So yeah, I do think it's absolute nonsense to suggest that he's in or was in an internet purgatory at the time, considering James was doing very, very well on places like TikTok and Instagram. But the reason that I think that they say this is to immediately start the spin and immediately try to make you feel bad for James Charles. For example, even when the article starts to go into specific detail about the allegations facing James Charles, in the paragraph where it speaks about these allegations, the majority of it is about false allegations facing James, and then right at the ending of the paragraph, it speaks about how, oh yeah, James did actually admit to some of these things. And the reason that I think it's shaped out this way is to put some of the bias into your brain of, oh, he's faced some false allegations, and then it gets onto the real allegations. And by doing this, you're immediately going to have a little bit of doubt in your mind if you don't know the full facts behind all of these allegations. And I personally think this is quite deliberate. And that only continues in the next part where it goes on to state that James Charles was never legally charged. I think that is also there to make you doubt these allegations. Oh, he doesn't have a criminal conviction. I guess that means he's innocent. But no, the fact is that a large amount of people in Hollywood with power, fame, and money always seem to manage to get away with doing a lot of hideous things. In particular, the things that James himself has been accused of doing. It's not exactly a new thing in Hollywood. But it only continues to get even weirder when the article goes on to state that Cosmopolitan reached out to multiple people who said they were minors at the time of their exchange with Charles, and one asked if they would be willing to pay and did not reply our publication does not compensate sources for interviews. I mean, honestly, if I was somebody that came out with an allegation against somebody and said that person messaged me when they were a grown adult and I was 16 years old, if I came out without that story and then I had an article or a company or a publisher reach out to me and say, hey, we're doing an article defending the guy that you called out, I probably would also ignore them. Honestly, I probably would also ask to be paid. If you're going to ask people for interviews and to give you information, surely they should be compensated. Especially when you're writing an article, in my opinion, it's clearly there to defend James Charles and help change the public narrative surrounding him, which they're definitely doing, as you can see in the next section where it says, a former accuser wrote back via Instagram with a new revelation stating that he had privately apologized to James for telling him he was 18 a few years ago and a TikTok that blew up the situation. When asked to elaborate, the person did not reply, but Charles's team said that someone did message Charles admitting he lied about his age. Now, you should just say one person saying this doesn't vindicate the fact that two people at least have come out with pretty credible allegations against James Charles, but I should also say that James is somebody who is clearly committed to liking people who are younger.
I'm not physically attracted to older guys. I would date like the absolute youngest, or probably still in either high school or college, like a senior in high school or in college.
Now, given that context, I think even regardless of it, if somebody says to you they are a certain age, if they
Gonna be right back. I'm gonna do something.
And also, let's just not ignore the fact that one of the accusers did have their age on their bio on multiple different platforms. So it gets even weirder when the article seems to make, in my opinion again, weird defenses of James's actions. For example, it says here that if you're famous, you'll have people sliding into your DMs, and they said that if they were in that position, they would also respond. But that's not the reason people were mad at James Charles. People weren't angry at the guy for engaging in flirtatious conversations with grown adults. People were mad at James Charles for engaging in flirtatious conversations with people that are adults. People are mad when they sent nudes to each other, and they were not adults, and James was. That's why people are mad. But in my opinion, this is once again a spinning of the narrative. That is why James in 2024 is doing so well. And I'm going to keep on saying it, but it continues to get even weirder when after this James then goes on to state he's not an author, and thinks that word is a very popular buzzword right now, especially with politics and stuff, but the actual meaning of it has been so misconstrued. Now, I kind of get what he means here in the sense of that word does get thrown around a lot on social media. Somebody may have a 1-year age gap and call that when it's obviously the case. But James has gone through a situation was a grown adult conversing with people that were 16 years old. I don't blame people for calling that word. And James keeps banging on about how he's taking out notes, he knows what it was wrong. But through this article and his responses previously, he seems to be making excuse after excuse after excuse, and making excuses. Do you really think what you have done is wrong? Because if you have that amount of excuses, surely in your mind you actually think that you are in the right because you have that amount of excuses to justify your own actions. To me personally, with the things that you're saying here, I can't see any levels of accountability because you're mad and you just couldn't do this based on your actions you committed to. And I really don't think you are taking accountability because if you really are, you acknowledge that there is a reason these individuals are doing that. There is a reason that more than the majority of the internet don't as later, after it starts to speak and discuss about how James was the only gay kid in his school in a small town, and it basically says that the romantic relationships that James would try to get in over the years would become a whole different challenge that it seems to say would lead to all of the incidents in 2021. And then James states that there aren't 5 famous male gay celebrities from the age of 20 to 25 that you can name. Firstly, James, you sound a bit between the ages of 19 to 18, supposedly at the time. Secondly, I'm sure a lot of people out there can name a lot of gay celebrities between the ages of 20 to 25. But thirdly, even if they can't, that does not negate their actions. And again, he seems to be trying to humanize and normalize his actions, which should absolutely not be normalized. And he's even trying to do that by, in my opinion, using negative stereotypes that have surrounded LGBTQ plus people since the beginning of his life. And I think that is disgusting. As somebody that is bisexual, I don't like somebody saying, oh, yeah, I'm gay, and that kind of led to all of these actions. I don't think that that is fair, and it only makes this community get so much more hatred pushed towards it. This is an insane statement that I'm genuinely surprised is still in this article. It hasn't been retracted. I genuinely don't understand why James is asking for the author of this article to think that it's a good thing to say. In my opinion, it just reinforces so many terrible stereotypes that have affected so many people's lives all around the world. The insanity continues in the article where James' quote is, "He was never given intention to prey on minors," and this comes after he's blamed his actions on making himself available. I mean, it's genuinely insane. The deflections, the excuses, and then the guts to still say, I've taken accountability. This isn't accountability. This is like the opposite of that. You're excusing everything that you are doing. This is absolutely wild. And then at the ending of the article, my theories were only proven even further when James admits he has hired a PR team that are pretty much trying to get him back into the mainstream, which the article states is clearly James's goal to rehabilitate his reputation. And what's even more odd about this article is it genuinely seems the individual that wrote this article does believe that what James has done is bad, and anyone else would not get away with it. So he says in the article that not everyone in James's position would have the luxury of being perceived as naive or guileless. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Basically saying that not everybody would be able to, seem innocent in this situation. This comeback would look a lot different, according to the author of this article, if James were not a physically beautiful white man. So if you acknowledge that, then why are you still participating in this interview and article, which is still trying to speak and change the narrative and just make things look even better than James? Yes, as I said earlier, I agree, people can take accountability and change, but this article does not represent that in any shape, way, or form. And honestly, a lot of people out there, as I said earlier, including myself, have a sort of work strike and compel mentality that thinks that James is being accused of. So yeah, I'm sorry that I don't seem very empathetic for James's case. But the interesting thing is about this article is if you were a member of James's audience in 2023, you just weren't around for what happened in 2021, it would be really easy to read this article and think, you know what, this guy's been mistreated, he's been almost taken advantage of, and I feel bad for him, because that is what the article presents James as, a victim in this situation. As much as he says he isn't going to victimize himself, it's exactly what he's done here. I'm genuinely not shocked that in 2024 he's developed a new fandom. I'm not shocked that the media are taking to him again in such a nice way, and to the point of where he's being invited to world premieres. It doesn't surprise me, because yeah, the rebrand did work. As much as a lot of people out there do still think James is a bad guy, he were at least painted, and it was a complete success. James is still selling his products to this day, and people are happily buying them. And this is why I really got through all of the previous information then what actually happened in 2021, I wouldn't make this video. I would just be like, okay, I made my mix in 2021, not really any need to rehash, and I would move on. The fact is James, in my opinion, is still to this day lying to the general public, and that does lead us nicely into 2024, where James is also getting a lot of respect once again in the influences. February the 22nd to 2024, the day James Charles appeared on Sophia Franklin's podcast in an episode titled James Charles Accountability, Painted and Called Back. And this is the beginning of a new podcast tour that James has recently been on in this year of 2024, of where James has pretty much been trying to do the same thing as he was doing in the article with the Cosmopolitan. And getting straight into it, what I find quite interesting about this podcast is that immediately at the beginning, Sophia does actually start this episode by saying in the first few minutes that they need to discuss some serious things. This does indicate to me that what James has done is definitely still in the minds of a lot of people out there, but I guess it's not really seen as that bad. But then for some reason, maybe it comes down to James rebranding, maybe said things to people behind the scenes of, oh, you know, it wasn't that bad, I was lying to manipulated, like he's already said to the public. And yeah, let's just get into what they have to say at the beginning.
So there's a lot to discuss today. My podcast is lighthearted, fun. It's in the comedy section. I think there's some responsibility, and I need to be responsible, as do you.
Yeah, of course.
So I think we should just jump into the heart,
Okay.
and then we move along.
Sure, that's fine with me.
It is.
Of course. So yeah, this is pretty interesting because Sophia clearly does acknowledge that James has definitely done something bad, yet she still has him on this podcast. And it's not like this information isn't publicly available. The situation has been around for around 4 years at this point, and everything is different between a fan and an influencer who supports James Charles, because surely an influencer who lets somebody on their platform to do a little bit of research and don't know who they're having on. But interestingly enough, Sophia does, as I said, realize that he has done something bad, and also in credit and fairness to her, she does immediately start this by tackling the allegations and attempting to go from them and confront James Charles on them. I do understand that it is a lot more difficult to do that when somebody is in front of you, but if you are going to have the moral platform, you definitely should be able to do that. But yeah, let's get into what they have to say.
So where are you now with the situation?
I'm great. I'm really good. Everything the drama that happened was about 3.5, almost 4 years ago now. It'll be 4 years in April.
Now this, whilst it is a small lie, it definitely is still a lie, and a deliberate lie of facts. Because this situation wasn't almost 4 years ago at this point. It was coming up to 3 years. This podcast came out in February of 2024, and when James originally admitted to the allegations, that was in April 2021. So realistically, it hadn't even been 3 years at that point, and James was trying to shape it as, oh, it was almost 4 years. And I think, again, it's such a different spin of the situation. I think the reason that he said this is because of the phrase that time heals. I think he wants to believe that it was much longer ago than it actually was. So people think that more time has passed than they originally thought, and maybe because of that, James has grown differently, and he has moved on from the situation and overcome it and potential. Because yeah, it's something that happened 5 years ago with someone who didn't like you, or might go to you, just based on the fact that things in the past are different past now. But this isn't the case. At this point in time, when that podcast came out, it was less than 4 years. But also, what James did wasn't just a regular human mistake to reiterate that. Because James, in that clip, also said that this thing was, I guess, drama.
The drama that happened.
No, this isn't drama. This is a very serious thing. Drama is, oh, this person furnished the makeup bar, and oh, they found a bug in it, or something terrible, I don't know. That is regular drama. Regular internet drama isn't, oh, could James Charles possibly go to jail for this? That isn't drama. That's a very, very serious situation, and a very, very serious allegation. But it is, again, the spinning of the narrative to help people use drama so they take it less serious. To help people it was 4 years ago, so they take
but it's something that I will never forget about and have had to live with, but it's been such a blessing in disguise, truly, to teach me so many valuable life lessons about love, about business, about just my own personal safety and protection. And it was, a thing to go through, but I'm really proud of, the mental progress that I've made. And I do like to believe that everything happens for a reason.
Congratulations, James. You learned a valuable life lesson of not messaging children. I mean, to be fair, a lot of other YouTubers can't learn that lesson. That would be nice, actually. But as insane as it is to hear somebody say something like that sentence, there is again another reasoning for it. He's trying to put a positive spin on these things. Oh, I learned business lessons from that situation. It's like, what business lesson did you learn from messaging a 16-year-old to not do it? Surely that's a legal lesson. But also, these are just things that the regular, average human being already has in their minds. You don't just message a kid and be like, oh, done. Jeez, I've made it, I've goofed up, I've done a little oopsie. That's not a normal thing. Someone just doesn't do that. They don't have that, oh, that's my one and done. I'll learn for the rest of my life to never do that again. No, the average person just never does that. So he's trying to normalize it. He's trying to make it seem like a regular goof, a regular gap, or a little mistake. The reality is that's just not what it is. But even in regards to what James actually did, Sophia reads a wonderful article that we previously went through where it states that people seem to feel like James did something bad, but then not sure.
I do want to bring up a quote from Cosmo.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it said, when I told friends and colleagues about Charles, so this is
Wake up!
Alright. I am back. It took me up, I think. I don't know. I'm back.
There's no place I wouldn't go if it was you I had to say. I can only hope you do the same. I can hear her still, and her voice is deep. What if she can't be killed? Will you choose to leave?
If I go quiet, I probably took a nap.
Wouldn't you like a taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt, you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I love to conquer. She can turn you to an animal and run on your legs. She can but make you fall in bed and you're on your highest days. She can conjure up the monster that'll grind you to the bone. She has all the ways to death when you take your own life. Wouldn't you like to taste of the power? Wouldn't you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt, or you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. You must consume and digest it, then you'll manifest a creation. All you need is imagination. Oh, it's only for a moment. You feed in your abundance. And I call this Would you like a taste of the power? Would you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt, you can be hurt. Wouldn't you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Would you like a taste of the power? Would you like to use more than words? Deep in the night, the fight lasts for hours. You can be hurt, you can be hurt. Would you like to have some of the magic? Wouldn't you like your outcome preferred? Deep in the night, the fight can be tragic. I'll help you conquer her. Thank you. Just thank me, friend. You very well may die. Goodbye. Many of the colleagues, sorry that I asked this, but I hope that I've been misinformed. I suggest some scouts to take a look around through here, and they wound up at your doors. Through the years we seldom get a warm welcome, so I must ask just to be sure. You do something to them? If you make one wrong move, then you're done for. Anything I don't do, then you're done for. Like the moon is down on you, and you're done for. Well, you better run, or soon you will be done for. I don't mean to tip your scale, but you will fail at placing any spells on me. I'm scared of flower, wanna cleanse your power, so you better cower now and flee.
You must be a liar, mom is catching fire, mommy with no tiger, consequence.
Then I must be a god like you, 'cause I got this weird from the ground with my bare hands. Okay, fine, yes, well regardless. You and I are now evenly matched. My fate are intertwined and attached. I want people to attack, friends I can't neglect. So now there is no turning back. You've made your one run, now you're done for. I will be the one to prove that you're done for. but there's no purpose here. This is the price we pay love. There's no life, there's no love. So much power, but there's no purpose here. I hope my wife awaits for me. She's my everything, my Penelope. And she's all my power, all my power. But it's been 12 long years, oh, 12 long years since I have seen my wife. And now the dawn of tides is out to end my life. So I beg you, Circe, grant us mercy and let us puppets
There might be a way to evade him. There might be a way to get home. Though the several ways every day will cross, it might be your one final hope. I know of a brittling and prophet. Problems, sprockets is dead. I could get you home, but I guess it must be a world instead. Already so bad, don't get into the underworld instead. There are many ways of persuasion. There are many roads of control. They can carry one act of kindness, leads to kind souls down the road. I remember the passion I have been on before. Like they want to take the world from me, let it go. Oh, maybe we'll take the world from me, let it
Circe's instructions were clear. No matter what we hear, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. My comrades, this life confuses your mind. So no matter who we find, full speed ahead until we find the prophet. All I hear are screams. Every time I dare close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who die. Nothing's what it seems. And here in the afterworld, all I see is what's behind. This life confuses your mind. When we call the monster, 558 men who died under your command. Captain, 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 why would you let the Cyclops live when ruthlessness is mercy? All I hear are screams. Every time I dare to close my eyes, I no longer dream. Only nightmares of those who die. Nothing's what it seems. But in the underworld, the past seems close behind. From that night, I keep thinking of the infant from that night. This life is amazing. No matter
I'm looking over. Always love you.
Hey, you! I'm calling for you.
I'm like, go away.
Hey.
I'm an idiot.
But only if you answer a question or two. Okay, so let's say I was on the road, or hiking from that Messiah. And let's say we walked away home with giant waves and giant storms. How am I debating? How am I today? Which route should I take? Where am I supposed to go? We will take you by and walk the line. We never know where you'll get home. You said you would!
You guys stop yelling?
This is from the writer. In the run up to this day, the general consensus was that he had done something bad, but no one was clear on exactly what. I think that's a very, very profound and important quote from the article.
Now, this to me is very confusing. If you're in the sphere of YouTube, TikTok, just social media in general, and you were there in 20, we all knew what James did. There were articles made about it. He was still messaging 6-year-olds. There isn't like some mystery of, oh, I just got to point and James possibly did. But I think the reason people not even be for a malicious reason, and I think it could just be because James deleted his original response. He has gradually spun the narrative of what actually happened in 2021, and that leads to things like this of where people are like, oh, I don't really know what this guy did, and it's like, it's so obvious, it's there in plain sight. You have to do one Google search and it's there. And that's why I've gone through all the facts today, because there are individuals out there, even content creators, who seem to not even realise what really happened with James Charles. But the guy literally admitted to it on his own YouTube channel.
I think that I grew up in a time on YouTube where we are used to sharing every single aspects of our lives. And, you know, ever since day one, I have made a lot of mistakes growing up. I've had a lot of great moments, a lot of bad moments, a lot of embarrassing moments, and that's all documented online. And, you know, as YouTubers, we didn't have publicists, we didn't have PR teams. When we did something bad, we were taught that the appropriate response is to get camera and have an open, honest conversation with the people that gave us the platforms in the first place. And although some of my apology things in the past have become memes or videos that people have laughed at, which I can understand why, I will say anytime that I've gotten online and I've always been honest. I don't send cease and desist letters or stay silent or threaten legal action, which is what nowadays, you know, all PR teams have people do. And I think that when I realized that like I had mentioned, I wanted to get online and have a conversation and apologize for what I did do, which is that when I was 21, I had conversations with two guys that told me they were 18, and after about an hour-long conversation,
After having conversations with them flirtatiously. Now, technically, yeah, what he says in the podcast an hour is later, but based on his original response, it does seem it was far later in the day, an hour later. Now, maybe I'm nitpicking there, but to me personally, it does just seem, again, he's trying to present the story the best way possible. Oh, yeah, I did engage in these conversations, but only for an hour. Only for an hour. The reality is his original response doesn't necessarily reflect that. And then going back to the podcast clip, he also says that at that time in his era of YouTube, he was poor, he didn't have publicists, PR teams to really help him and guide him. And it's interesting because James loves to say that he isn't making it
excuses, but any logic that he has is making excuse. Buddy, why in the fact, do Illuminati to tell them, no, Mr. Schuster, it only continues to get more insane when, yeah, you took accountability in a video where you already, in my opinion, making tons of lies, also deleted that accountability less than 6 months later. But then going back to the podcast, Sophia then goes on to make a point that I have actually said quite a lot on YouTube, and that is a response/apology will basically always make a situation worse for someone on YouTube. And yeah, I do genuinely believe that to be true in most scenarios. When someone responds, 9 times out of 10, it's never exactly going to go well for them. But with this, it's a little bit different.
The whole apology video thing, and I've done a few of them, they bite you in the ass. Which, that's so backwards, right? Like, it should be a good thing, but the video will never be good enough. They weren't sad enough. They weren't remorseful enough. They didn't say that, you know what I mean?
Now, I kind of get what Sophia is saying here. It definitely is true in a lot of situations that I have covered on social media over the years. But with James, it's actually not true. Going back to 2019, when I mentioned earlier that James in that year disproved a large amount of allegations in a response video. That video went down tremendously. It's still looked back on this day as one of the greatest debunkings ever to happen on social media. So why would James's next response video in debunking do the exact opposite? Is it because that debunking was absolutely terrible and just filled with lies? Or was it because social media now randomly doesn't want to apply the same logic that they applied to the same guy only a couple years before? It really makes no sense whatsoever. But also, let's just note that this situation isn't YouTube drama. It's not a regular thing of where you put a regular response out. This is a very different situation where somebody is facing criminal allegations. This isn't drama. So yes, if you respond badly in a situation like this, it's going to make things undoubtedly worse. But I don't understand what's wrong with that. That's understandable. People want answers and reasonings for what you have done, and if you can't provide those reasonings in your response, then yes, they're going to be very angry at you. And after this, they go on to start to speak about the topic of anchoring bias, where they're pretty much suggesting that people just can't let go of the first bit of information that they hear. And again, this is definitely a real thing, but it doesn't apply to James Charles's case.
The idea of anchoring bias. Have you ever heard of that?
Cries a damsel in distress, hiding away where only I can undress her. Try what she can not to confess. In the end, it's all the same inside. Apply all the pressure from the breather through from breather. Show her I'm the judgment call, the one who makes her kingdom fall. I've been wield her, use and yield her. Show her what she can't conceal, for true nature will be revealed. Tell me, what's this? If I were to make you choose the lives of your men and crew or your own, why what think they lose? In one way, Africa, since hunger was far too great, I wonder who take the weight of the damned and suffer a gruesome fate. The Father, bring her here to bring gotta die today, and you have got the final say. You or your crew. Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. There's a promise behind it. There's a It's just me, myself, and I. Stuck in my bedroom, living in this world you left behind. Dreaming of all these monsters that I'll never get to fight. Boy, I wish I could, so I could bring the world some light. Cause I'm stuck with your stories, but no clue who you are. No idea if you're dead or just too far. Somebody tell me, come and give me a sign. If I fight those monsters, isn't you I'll find? If so, then give me serpents and a cyclops. Give me giants and a hydra. I know life is is scary, but I wanna be legendary. I'll fight the heartbeats and command fronts. The minutes are even Cerberus. I know life is scary, but I wanna be legendary. Yeah, strangers in our homes, trying to win the heart of my mom, but she is standing tall. 108 old faces, the men who call me small. They keep taking space and it's not much longer we can stop. Cause they're getting impatient, dangerous too. And I would fight them if I was half as strong as you. Somebody help me, come and give me the strength. Can I do whatever it takes to keep my mom safe? So then, give me sirens and a cyclops. Give me giants and a hydra. I know life is big and scary, but I wanna be legendary. I'll fight the heartbeats and command rush. The minutes are even Cerberus. I know life is big and scary, but I wanna be legendary. Where is he? Where is the man who allowed you to wife? Oh, where is he? Where is the man with whom you spend your life? Cause it's been 20 years and you still have no king. Give me a chance, a single opportunity. I'll overcome these obstacles and scrutiny. Boy, when's your tramp of a mother gonna choose a new husband? Oh, why don't you open her room so we can have fun with her? Don't you dare call my mother a tramp. Oh, I just did. What you gonna do about it, champ? Somebody tell me Fight, little wolf, fight, wanna entertain me. Fight, little wolf, fight, let's see how you take me. Strike, little wolf, strike, wanna be a man, then fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, fight. You've made your worst mistake. Might be your last one too. You'll have run out of bones to break when you and I are through. I'll teach you all the lessons your daddy never could. This cruel world doesn't give out presents just for being good. So fight, little wolf, fight, wanna entertain me. Fight, little wolf, fight, let's see how you take this. Strike, little wolf, strike, wanna be a man, then fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, fight, or die, little wolf, die. Don't you know if I don't fly, little wolf, fly, all because you had to try, little wolf, try, run away before you die, little wolf, die, little wolf, die.
Need some help?
What's going on here?
Is your plan to stand around? 'Cause I suggest you fight back. Uppercut. Now.
How did I do that? It's time now, moving slow.
No, I just made contact.
I'm so sick.
Alright now, let's try this again. I have no respect for bullies. Those who refuse their will. I've seen plenty enough to truly understand this kind of feel. Let's teach this good lesson. In his kind, one young one has a larger heart than all these men combined. Fight, little wolf, fight, show 'em that you got some fight, little wolf, fight, take advantage now and strike, little wolf, strike, don't go down in that fight, little wolf, fight, little wolf, get in and fight. Oh, maybe I pushed you a bit too hard. Ow.
Go back and cry in the corner. Make sure your mother hears. If she won't choose a man to adorn her, will bring blood and tears. Tell me a bit of why you came to my aid.
I had a friend before and he was a lot like you. I helped him fight the war, but he had his demons too. And then we grew apart. Then his light went dark. And so I thought maybe if I made a different call, maybe if I hadn't missed it all, maybe he'd be fine. Maybe we'd unwind. Maybe if I helped another soul, maybe if I helped you reach your goal, life could be that night. Could sleep that night.
Athena, I don't know who your friend is. I don't know what he's like, but my time with you has been splendid. The best day of my life, 'cause I got in the fight and I didn't die. I've never felt strong before. You're my friend, I couldn't ask for more. And so I think maybe if life wasn't spent as planned, maybe it's time to let go. I don't think you mind if not his friend, then mine.
Maybe
To fall is to learn one way. Maybe it's all gonna turn out great. No, we'll be fine. I Odysseus, where did you go?
Morning, sleepyhead, you've been resting for a while. I swore that you were dead when you washed up on my aisle. Did you know you talk in your sleep? Tell me those Penelope.
She's my wife.
Anyways, I've got all you could want here, all you could need here. Just you and me, my dear, my love for life. Soon into bed until fine and spend our time.
I'm not your
I'm what you want here, I'm what you need here. Just you and me, my love and paradise. Down till the end of time. From here on out, you're mine. Oh, yeah.
I could kill you and you scared. I'm no pet, I'm a married man.
Oh, handsome, you may try. But last I checked, goddesses can't die. You're adorable. Bow down now to the immortal Calypso. Here to entertain. But fear not, I've been no pain. 'Cause we got all we could want here, all we can need here. Under my spell, we're stuck in paradise. No one can come or go. My island stays unknown.
No, I don't belong here. There's something wrong here. I won't be drawn to love in paradise. Not till the end of time. There is no way.
You're mine, oh mine.
7 years she's kept you trapped out of your control. Time can take a heavy toll.
Odysseus,
All I hear are screams.
Odie, get away from the ledge.
You don't know what I've gone through. You don't know what I've sacrificed. Every comrade I loved knew. Every friend I saw them die. And all I hear are screams.
My dear, come back inside, dear love of my life. Come back to paradise. I'll stay inside you.
All I hear are
My
screams.
dear, I love my dead dear. It would be so much worse if you had died. Please stay in my open arms.
He needs my help.
Father, God, King, rarely do I ask for favors. Now I'm knocking on your door with hopes to save a friendship with one who's a prisoner far from home. Odysseus.
Divine intervention, is that what you seek? To untie apprehensions that brainstorm at the reek? You are playing with thunder for a man full of shame, but if he's worth the risk of going under, why not make it a game? Convince each of them that he ought to be released, and I'll release him.
Who's that?
Apollo! Hephaestus! Aphrodite! Ares! Hera! Or me? What do you say?
Great.
Alright.
Although I'm a fan of catchy songs, so with so many sirens gone, I think Goldie's in the wrong. They were trying to do it worse. All he did was read it first, and now they'll try to wash it first. To live another day and sing another verse. That's true. Release him.
Justice not given is forged. Why should I keep him my support? He sacrificed his own cohort.
Did you forget they failed to listen? He was betrayed and then imprisoned. But if you make the right decision, he gets to build a future with those who miss him.
Fine, release him.
You're a little high and mighty. All disease claims to love his mother, but I will die of a broken heart.
He was busy fighting.
You were like busy spreading the cyclops. Let him feel the pain that his mother felt unright.
Wait! Please reconsider this.
Brilliant then. These are tricks.
Aries!
What kind of sick coward holds back his power while his friends get devoured? He didn't even fight Scylla, didn't even try to kill her. Hides inside a wooden horse to get the job done. Never handles things up front, but then can wait like his son.
Hold your tongue now! You sound my best! And tell what love without a broken heart demands. You want more bloodshed than set him free. To get back to his homestead, he'll make everybody bleed. Hey man. So many heroes, so many tales. Everyone goes listen, but he also brings them. The mind of a genius, my heart. He's pretty skilled with words. You can do better than that. He's kind of funny, yeah. Never once has he cheated on his wife. Believe me. I played your game and won. Release him.
You dare to defy me, to make me feel ashamed. No one beats me. No one wins my game. Show her judgment come, one who makes the kingdom fall. Is he dead?
Please let me go.
Someone arrived today. They said they're taking you away, that you're not mine to see. And soon I won't get to see your face, so I came by to say you're unlike anyone I have ever known. 'Cause you're all I've ever known. And if I was to you, or if I came on too strong, or if I am close to you, for that I said was wrong. And if you hate me, then I am sorry, my love's too much for you. But I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for loving you. I'm not sorry for loving you. I'm not sorry for loving you. When we speak, I spent my whole life was passed away when I was young, alone for 100 years. I had no friends but the sky and sun. So when you washed ashore, I thought for sure that you were a dream come true. I thought I knew. So if I pushed you, or if I came on too strong, or if I had pushed you, for that I'll say was wrong. And if you hate me, then I am sorry my love's too much for you. But I'm not sorry for loving you. 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 I'm not sorry. I'm angry and tired and restless and sad. Stuck in the moments I swore that we had. I wish you would chase me or try to embrace me for once. I wish you would lie and say I love you. Not in the way that you want me to. I hate that I fell in love with you. Hate that I fell in love with you. Why did I fall in love with you? Why did I fall in love with you? What do I do with this love for you? What do I do for you? How am I supposed to get over you? How am I supposed to get over you? Why in the world would you love me too? Men, 600 deaths under my command, 'cause I had one golden eye. No fleet, no band, only this raft that I made by hand. How will I reach my homeland? All you have to do is not open this bag. Hello, old friend, you're the one who talked to Calypso. Why are you here? Hope you give and find an option. Consider this your one lost chance to make it back home. And a bad emotion washing away like the blood your hands have known. I know if it comes to fate, then I know you'll enhance your slave. If your plan's so great, then why'd you wait to say it? Well, it's a little bit dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get over it all on the line. You obey. Remember everything that don't make you this. You gotta treat it like it is the made of it. You wanna get over it all on the line. It's dangerous. Alright, I'm in. What do I do? First up, uncharted waters. When love look towards the sky, we follow the north star. No matter how far you think it goes, you keep on rolling. When strangers look around the aisle, when dangers greet you with a smile, fight your way through. Do what you must do, but no matter what, keep moving. It's gonna be dangerous, my friend. You need a mindset change for this. You cannot get away with playing safe for this. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Put your own way. Remember everything in the domain for this. You gotta treat it like it's the main event. You wanna get home, put it all on the line. Be dangerous. When lost we going back, we went through so much to get this. Keep us back closed if you wanna get closer. The rage is strong inside, won't let you get closer. Cause no one who can pass the silent storm. Open this back and you'll never make it home. You'll never make it home. Don't you know that danger is my friend? My whole life I've trained for this. I cannot tell you how much I've paid for this. I have to get home, put it all
Good luck. You must be who Hermes meant. A monster here to block my way. I'd like to hurry up and end this. So if you don't have much to say, then oh, bring it on. I'm not dying here, I'm still fighting here. I'm holding on till I see it through, till I beat you. I already know your tactics. When you swallow, you attack with whirlpools that attract great. But I see a disadvantage, 'cause I don't even have to kill you. I just have to avoid you. See if you don't spit it out soon, all that water will destroy you. Oh, bring it on till you're out of breath, till there's nothing left. I'm holding on till I'm in the clear, till I'm again. Oh. No! There you are, coward. I've been waiting for this moment, for the perfect time to strike. When you're home so close and you've reached your coast, that's when our paths collide. I've got a reputation, I've got a name to uphold, so I can't go letting you walk, or else the world will get on cold. Now get in the water, get in the water, or I'll raise the tide so high, all of Ithaca will die. Get in the water, wait, get in the water, stop, please. I'll make tidal waves so profound, both your wife and your son will drown. No, get in the water, get in the water. Don't mistake my threats for blood. You have lived more than enough. Get in the water. Get in the water. I think your son and catch his eyes. That is unless you choose to die. Get in the water. You tired Poseidon, it's been 10 years. How long will this go? We're both hurting from losses, so why not leave this here and just hold on? I can't. Maybe you could learn to forgive. This is the seed of blood, ourselves, die!
afraid just to be me. You released my storm when you opened that bag. Blocked your one-way home. Now you'll never get back. You're going to call off that storm. Or what? You can't kill me. Exactly. Wait. How does it feel to be helpless? How does it feel to know pain? I watched my friends die hard, crying as they were all slain. I heard their final moments, calling their captain in vain. Look what you turned me into. Look what we've become. All of the pain that I spent, haven't I suffered enough? You didn't stop when I begged you, told me to close my heart. You said the world was dark. Didn't you say that ruthlessness is mercy upon all right? Please. After everything you've done, how will you sleep at night? Next to my wife. stands for action. Here and now we can take control. Here and now, burning down to ashes. Channel the fire inside your soul. Haven't you noticed he's missing? Don't you know the prince is not around? I heard he's on a diplomatic mission, and I heard today he comes back in town. So I say we gather near the beaches. I say we wait till he arrives. Then when he docks his ship, we can reach it. Let us leave now till the day we can strike again. Holding down till the boys stop shaking. Holding down while my sweet hips grow. Holding down while I slowly break his pride, his trust, his faith, and his love. Going down to tiny pieces. Going down in the graves below. When the crowd wonders where the prince is, only the ocean and I will know. The deed is done. The queen will have no one to stop us from breaking her bedroom door. Stop us from taking her love and more. Hold down, hold down, while we share her spoils, I will not let any part go to waste. Here and now there's a chance for answer. Here and now we can take control. Channel the fire inside your soul. Hold it down, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down, hold it down. Channel the fire inside your soul. For 20 years I've suffered every punishment and pain, from the wrath of gods and monsters to the screams of comrades slain. I come back and find my palace desecrated, sacked like Troy. Worst of all, I hear you dare to touch my wife and hurt my boy. I have had enough. Learning a battle at the edge of the unknown. Somewhere in the shadows lurks the dead before. We have the advantage, we've the numbers and the mind. No, you don't understand it. This man plans for every fight. Where is he? Where is he? Head down, he's aiming for the torches. Our weapons, they're missing. He's using the darkness to hide his approaches. We're empty-handed, up against an archer. Our only chance is to strike him in the darkness. We know these arms, the uncanny. You don't think I know my own palace? I built it.
You've destroyed the serpent's head. Now the rest of us are no longer a threat. Oh, King, forgive us instead, so that no more blood is shed. Let's have open arms instead.
Coming and I assumed, while we were busy plotting, he hid our weapons inside this room.
I find it hard to believe that the sharpest of kings let these armory unlocked.
So what? Now that we have owned ourselves, let's make the bastard rot. Behind you! Now those weapons, the guy is sure you'll be spared. After seeing what the king will do to us, we wouldn't dare. I don't wanna hurt you. Trust me, I've come prepared. Your very presence is doom the king, young prince. We fight fair. Stop! Brothers, we got company and we made a great mistake. Left the weapons room unlocked and now they're off to take. Brothers, come and knock yourselves. Take a chance for us to win. We can still defeat the king if we all attack the prince. Where is he? Where is he? Capture him, he's our greatest chance. Get off me. Get off me. Fight till the prince can barely stand. Hold him down. Hold him down. Make the king obey our commands. Hold him down. Hold him down. As if he won't, I'll break the kid's hands. Got him. Going to die! You filled my heart with hate. All of you who've done me wrong. This will be your fate!
Oh, yeah, he's asleep. Our God is life to me.
I haven't.
So basically, anchoring bias, there's a million forms of biases, right? Confirmation bias, and I learned about this one, anchoring bias, which basically means people tend to hold on to and believe the first piece of information they hear about something. And it's really hard for them to let it go.
Yeah.
And for me, that was very difficult, I'm sure, for you. Not that we didn't hook up, I'm just saying, moving forward, do you feel like this is something that will always be a part of your story and you and...
Unfortunately, I do. And that sucks, but at the end of the day, it's my fault. So it is what it is. Like I said, I've moved past it. I think that whenever drama videos first started being made about me in 2019, my dating life became extremely public, and it just, once again, unfortunately, became a trend to post conversations that people have with me, whether they were on dating apps in real life, and it started getting a lot of engagement. So that's always going to be something that I will now need to look out for when having any sort of conversation, romantic or not.
Here it sounds like they're comparing your situation to regular drama, dating drama, and regular scenarios that normal human beings go through. But this just isn't that. There is no anchoring bias in this situation. We have seen the facts. We have seen the screenshots. We know we saw. That's not anchoring bias. I have seen James Charles delete an apology video and fail to ever justify his actions or clear his name. There is no anchoring bias there. It is all James Charles' response. And to me, the only reason that they're saying these things is to try and spin the narrative once again and make this just seem a little bit normal and make James's case just seem like regular drama so people just ignore it and move on. Because yeah, even after that, James then goes on to compare it to things like, well, again, regular drama.
Anybody makes anything with any sort of claim, like you said, it's the anchoring bias where people say, oh, I've heard this before, so
It's true. It's the first thing I heard, and there's nothing different.
Yeah.
I just think everyone listening on my sleuths, like it's something to be aware of.
I mean, regardless of any sort of like, whether it's, you know, politics, celebrity news, a new divorce, a new baby, mama drama, whatever it is, and like information is so easily accessible but misconstrued.
All of the things James listed there are normal things that usually create drama in a normal lifestyle. But James, your situation isn't any of the things that you just listed there. Your situation isn't applicable to that list because your situation is not drama. And it's ironic that in this podcast, James has spoke about the misconstruing of information like he isn't doing that this entire episode. Because all this is about is changing the narrative so he can make more money, as the rest of the podcast is pretty much just James promoting the makeup line and his music career. Note, in 2023, he had to try and change the narrative to sell a product. In 2024, he has had to do the exact same thing. Because in James's echo chamber, sure, he is absolutely loved right now. If you go to James's TikTok account, you can see people saying how much they idolize and love the guy. But the reality is, outside of that big echo chamber, there are still people like myself and most likely like you who doubt James, and he needs to sell products to those people, so he tries desperately every now and again to change the public perception. And I'm saying we should not let that happen and not let that work. And what's insane is James, even to this day, is still facing more allegations. And yes, those allegations could be fake, and yes, there are a lot of false allegations out there about James, but all of those allegations seem to follow a familiar pattern of, oh, I was 16, I added James on Snapchat, we started flirting. It seems that that is a story told by so many individuals, and when I have seen evidence of these things actually happening in specific scenarios, I can't blame a lot of people out there for having the opinion that yes, James Charles has committed predatory actions. And as I said towards the beginning of this video, I would not be making this video if James did actually take some level of accountability. I would still hold my opinion of what he did was terrible, and I absolutely do not like him, and I think that he shouldn't be on social media, but at least I can move on with my day knowing that this guy isn't desperately trying to convince the world that what he did was just a normal piece of regular internet drama and he's learning and grown from it and learned business lessons from it. Again, what business lesson do you learn from messaging a 16-year-old? It makes no sense. And it's just really, really wild to see that James to this day is still trying to play the victim in every single scenario, despite saying he's not going to make excuses. And he loves to also say, oh, I'm cancelled. But James, you are now starting a very successful makeup line, live in a mansion, you're a multi-millionaire, you didn't go to jail for messaging 16-year-olds, which honestly, if somebody wasn't in your famous rich position, they probably wouldn't have gotten away with it, in my opinion. As the writer of the article, who literally, again, in my opinion, defended you, they said if this was pretty much anyone else that isn't James Charles, they probably would not get away with it. And yeah, obviously it doesn't word for word say that, but just read what they're saying here. Basically, again, in my opinion, says that. So to conclude the situation, do not buy into this PR. Do not buy this changing of the narrative. And I understand we have rehashed a lot, but I think that we needed to really get to the bottom of how this man has publicly changed the narrative surrounding him and how a lot of people are now supporting this guy. In particular, a lot of young people on TikTok, seeing as that pretty much is his most active and largest platform. It's worrying, but in the end, we have seen a case of so many individuals doing this, but James is probably the biggest case I have seen of a YouTuber or influencer doing this. At the end of the day, I don't think this video will change much. I think he will still continue to make a lot of money and be very successful like he has since the very beginning of these allegations. So yeah, that is the ending of the video. Thank you so much for coming along. Please like this video, comment this video, and please also, most important, actually, subscribing is the most important, but please share this video as well. Get it around out there, because it does seem a little bit strange that a lot of people seem to be flocking to James. He's this amazing individual that's never done anything wrong. Thank you so much for coming along. Do I have anything else to say? Probably not. I'm just going to write this video now. Follow me on Instagram, yes, okay, goodbye. This has been way too drawn out. Bye bye, see you later, Al. See you in the next one. Bye.
brothers, listen closely. Tonight we make the Trojans pay. 10 years of war, they killed us slowly. But now we'll be the ones who think of your wives and your children. Your families wonder where you've been. They're growing old and yet you're still here. Do what I say and you'll see them again. Yes, sir! Diabetes will lead the charge. Bag of men down to flank the guards. Then our ladies will let our mates through the gates and take the whole city at large. Two through a suit in the office attacking. One of they guys who stake back and Esther. Secure another to protect her. Neo, avenge your father, kill the brothers of Hector. Yes, sir! Find that in the street now. You get well of pride. Fight through every day. What you live for, what you try for, what you wish for, what you fight for. What do you live for, what do you try for, what do you wish for, what do you fight for? Let me love you, let me love you, and to let our cause. I fight for us, I fight for us. What do you live for? Melody. What do you try for? Telemachus. What do you wish for? I'm on my way. What do you fight for?
vision of what's to come cannot be outrun, can only be dealt with right here and now. Somehow, I don't think you're ready. A mission to kill someone's son, a cold will run, unlike anyone you have faced before. Say no more, I know that I'm ready. I don't think you're ready. It's just a human. It's just a boy. What sort of living is that just because that I cannot avoid? This is the son of none other than Troy's very own Prince Hector. Know that he will grow from a boy to an avenger. One thing with rage as you'll come soon. If you don't end it now, you'll have no one left to save. You can say goodbye to the melody. You can say goodbye to the melody. I could raise him as Spider-Man or send him far away. Please don't make me do this! Don't make me do this! The blood on your hands is something you won't lose. All you can choose is to But when does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle become a blaze? When does a man become a monster? When does a ripple become a tidal wave? When does the reason become the blame? When does a man become a monster? When does a comet become a meteor? When does a candle problems, not the distance. It's what lies in between. And then it comes later. Men with big mouths to feed, and we run out of supplies to eat. There's the war of food stores depleted. 600 men, 600 reasons to take what we can. So Captain, what's the plan? Captain, what's the plan? One land, birds fly, they will lead us to land. Then I will hunt for food, my second in command. Now for speed ahead.
Captain, apologies. Look! There in the distance, I see an island. I see a light that faintly glows. Maybe there are people lighting a fire. Maybe they'll share some food, who knows?
Something feels off here. I see fire, but there's no smoke. I say we strike first. We don't have time to waste, so let's break the place down.
Apologies, gear up. You and I'll go ahead. You and I'll go ahead. We should try to find a way no one ends up dead.
We don't know what's ahead.
Give me till sunrise. And if we don't return,
Then 600 men can make this whole place burn. Now speed ahead. Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
we're up and away we go.
Full speed ahead.
You can relax, my friend. I can tell you're getting nervous, so do yourself a service. Try to relax, my friend. I'm holding you. Think of all that we have been through. We'll survive what we get into. I know that you're tired of the war and bloodshed. Tell me, is this how we're supposed to live? Look at how you grip your sword and upset. Why should we take when we could give? You can show a person that you trust them. When you stop and lower your guard, here we have a chance for some adjustment. Give it a try, it's not that hard. I'm telling you, this life is amazing. When you're free and you don't open up, whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Break the world, it's open arms. Break the world, it's open arms. Stay back. My friend, break the world, it's open arms.
We're only here for 600 friends are waiting for us to show our faces. Stay back, I'm warning you. If we don't get back safely, my men will turn this place into blazes.
See? This life is amazing when you breathe with open arms. Whatever we face, we'll be fine if we're leading from the heart. No matter the place, so we can light up the world. Here's how to start. Breathe the world with open arms. Breathe the world with open arms.
My friend, I wish that I could say that I agree. But look at the way this fruit is glowing and filled with glowing seeds. It took me a while to notice just what kind of fruit they eat. It's a lotus, it controls your mind and never lets you free. That's what we get with open arms.
Lotus eaters, I'd like to show my friend that kindness is brave. Could you tell me where there's other food to eat? Okay, you're saying It's amazing when you breathe with open arms. I see in your face there's so much guilt inside your heart. So light up your face and light up the way it's how you start. Treat the world with open arms. Treat the world with open arms. Treat the world with open arms. You can relax my Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? Have you forgotten to turn off your heart? This is not you. I see you changing from how I designed you. Have you forgotten your purpose? Let me remind you. God is the wisdom, master of all. My life has one mission: create the greatest warrior. I had a talent, a fantastic skill, a magic fire with the best of skill. One day a boy came for the thrill, a boy whose mind rivaled the best of you. Let's go! Maybe one day you'll follow me and we'll make the greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know he'll change the world, 'cause he is a warrior of the light. Maybe one day I'll reach him and we can build his skills and teach him. If there's a problem, he'll have the answer. He's a warrior of the light. Show yourself. I know you're watching me. Show yourself. I can see you. How can you see through my spell? I was blind, and you felt my blood. Well done, enlighten me. What's your name? You first, and maybe I'll do the same. Nice try, but you can play this game. Nah, don't be modest. I know you're a goddess, so let's be honest. You are Athena, badass Marina, unmatched and queen of the best strategies we've seen. If you're looking for a mentor, I'll make sure your time well spent. She sounds like a plan, got his bag, rest of the brain. Maybe one day you'll follow me and we'll make the greater tomorrow. Then they'll see I know we'll change the world, 'cause we are the warriors of the light. Maybe one day we'll reach them and we can build their skills as we teach them. If there's a problem, we'll have the answer. We are the warriors of the light. I still intend to make sure you don't fall behind. Don't forget that you're a warrior of a very special kind. You are a warrior of the light. Don't disappoint me. Over here. Look at all these folks. Look at all these sheep. I can't believe this game is all this for us to keep. I'm gonna have it to you. This is quite the treat. There are enough sheep here to feed the entire fleet. It's almost too perfect. Too good to be true. Why would the Lord see us cast upon all this food?
travelers. Come in peace. You killed my sheep. My favorite sheep. What gives you the right to kill a pain so deep? Don't you know that pain is so much pain for me? Time to drink your blood is now. Your life now is in my hand. Before I'm done, you know that it's not so fun to take. You played to my own to steal, but now you become my dear. One scene take from you like you took from me.
There's been a misunderstanding. We never came here to steal. Now that I see we've done some damage, maybe you and I can make a deal. I'll give you our finest treasure, so long as we leave alive. We can keep the world's best tasting wine.
Why?
Have a drink, one sip and you'll understand the power that's in your hands. A wine so fresh, you never want to eat human flesh again. And we shall be on our way, no bloodshed here today. A drink you see, gift from you and a gift from me.
I'd like to thank you. Stranger, what's your name?
My name is Nobody. Nobody. Nobody.
Nobody. For your case, I'm going to lie.
I'm so glad we see eye to eye.
Yes, you shall be the final die.
Watch out! My brothers, the rest of our fleet, they wait at the beach, and if we're defeated, then good is dead. Straight ahead, that is your good fight. No backup, no chance for support, so draw out your sword. Our fault must be thwarted right here and now. Show me how great is your will to survive. 600 lives at stake. It's just one life to take. And when we kill him, then our journey's over. No dying on me now. Defeat is not allowed. We must live through this day, so fight, fight, fight. Surround him, attack from behind, keep distance in mind, and stay in his blood, for his stride is healed. Strike the heel, show him that we're deadly. Exhaust him, don't let him get close, he's strong but he's slow, he can't land a blow. If we're out of reach, find a breach, stand up and fight for your life. 600 lives to save, it's just one life to take, and when we kill him, then our journey's over. No dying on us now, defeat is not allowed. We must win through this day, so fight, fight, fight. He's gonna blow!
What about orders?
Captain! Captain! we attack him. We gotta stab him in the eye.
Yes, sir. Remember that when the fire begins to fade, for the fallen and the brave, we are not to let them die in vain. Remember that we're the ones who carry on. The flames of rise upon, and our comrades will not die in vain.
Let's grab the sheep and away we go.
Have you forgotten the lessons I taught you? He's still a threat till he's dead.
Finish it. What will killing do when mercy is a skill of this world can learn to use? Our friend is dead, our foe is blind, the blood we shed, it never dries. Is this what it means to be a warrior of the mind? Don't! Hey, Cyclops! When we met, I led with peace, but you fed your inner beast. But my comrades will not die in vain. Remember that the next time that you dare, choose not to spare. Remember that. Remember us. Remember me. I'm the reigning king of Ithaca. I am neither man nor Ithaca. And there's darkness. I am Odysseus!
You are reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. It's all dead friends can attest. Put your emotions aside. Your word, let's leave the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned you, and you failed the test. Now I'm gone. This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can't cross the line. This way, when all is over, you'll keep yours and I'll keep mine. This way, you won't disappoint me. This way, you won't waste my time. This way, close the door, consider this is my goodbye.
Just like you, why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain, unlike you. Every time someone dies, I'll let you deal with the strain. What's the title? That ain't honest to land. If I'll never sleep at night, I'll remind you I saw you as a friend. But now we're done this way. You're out of my head now this way. You won't break my life this way. When all is done, you're out of sight and out of mind this way. You get what you want this way. You can see your time this way. You put
These waves are free will fail. All the lights and all the joy that we prevail. But that is to survive. We'll keep this great, we will make it out. Good at these problems, as many as you can find. What do you have in mind? The truth for the sky. What? Everyone grab on my food and take it
'cause we must relax. Open the bag. What you got? No, stop. See how this bag is working, that's how it's supposed to be. This bag has the gun inside. We cannot let the treasure will reside. We'll try.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Never gonna get the battle, just to make it out closer. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
9 days I stay wide awake, trying to make it home. No storm or tidal wave. I remain unopposed, the bag is still closed, and I'm getting closer to you. I can't wait to make some new memories. Time for me to be the father I never was. Why are my eyes and my heart and my soul so
Hello. Uncle Josh. You know what? I'm falling asleep on live here. I'm going to go because I just can't stay awake. You guys have fun and have a good day or night. Bye bye. I'll probably go live